Hi, it's Kaylin, and this is a video on the next 5 books I'm excited to read. These are in no particular order. They're just 5 that I grabbed off my bookshelf, and they're the ones I most want to read and most excited about. I am a mood reader, so it might be that I finish a book and I feel like reading something completely different than the book I just read, or I might be planning to read a book and then when it comes down to it, I read something else in a different genre. It all just depends on how I'm feeling and the mood I'm in. So I'll get right to it. One of the books included on this list is one that I just started reading. So I'll talk about that one first and hope you enjoy the video. So the first book is My Best Friend's Exorcism. This is a book by Grady Hendrix. He wrote Horror Store, which, if you've ever seen the cover, looks like an IKEA catalog. It's kind of like a horror fiction novel about, like, I think the store, it's like people work in this store that's like an IKEA, and I think it's haunted or something. But anyway, this one's about 2 friends, these girls who grow up together, and I guess one of them becomes possessed, uh, and I guess they have to get an exorcist, excuse me, and it's set in the 80s, so I think there's kind of, as you can tell by the cover, there's kind of a sense of humor about it. It says um, it's like a hybrid of Beaches and The Exorcist. So I just thought it would be cool because of all the 80s references, and it seems kind of sort of tongue in cheek. Um, I grew up in the 80s, so I always like a good 80s reference. So that is the one I'm currently reading. I'm not far at all yet. I'm on like page 20 something, but I'm looking forward to getting into this, and I love the covers. It's made to look like an old VHS tape, if you remember those. The next book I have is The Wizard of Oz. And I have read this before, but it was a long time ago, so I don't remember a lot of it. I mean, I'm assuming it's pretty much like the movie, which I've seen many, many times, as has everyone. Um, but I wanted to get back into the story and see if I want to maybe continue with the series. There are a lot of books in this series. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but there's several follow-ups after this book that he wrote. So, and I like, this is the Barnes& and Noble edition. It's a nice hardcover, and it's got a lot of cute illustrations in it. So I thought it would be a fun read, and this was only $10, so I thought that was a pretty good deal for um, a nice classic book. And so I'm going to get to that. Again, I don't know what order I'm going to read these in, the next 3 that I'm going to talk about, but hopefully I get to them pretty soon because I'm in the mood for something like this. Some kind of fun and just a classic. So this next book, and you'll notice theirs is a very much a mix of genres. None of these books are too much alike, but this next one is Unlikely Friendships, Dogs, and I'm a big dog lover, and I have a dog, and these are just stories about different dogs and their friendships with other kinds of animals. See, like this dog has the bird. There's like a dog and a fox. He's really cute. And there's just a bunch of stories, true stories, and how these dogs just have friendships and bond with other animals. And I just like things like that. It's really cute. And so that's the next one. Next one is a autobiography or memoir, I guess you say, of Lizabeth Vargas. She is, if you don't know, she's the host of ABC's 2020, and she has a history of panic disorder and alcoholism, and she wanted to share her story. I like the show 2020. I enjoy like stories about real life true crime. So I just thought she would have an interesting story to tell. Um, with her alcoholism and panic disorders. So I had just started this one as well, actually. I'm not very far into it. But I was trying to finish another book called The Hangman's Daughter, and I might put a review up for that one. That was a book I was reading with my boyfriend, and so this one got put to the wayside a little bit so I could finish the other book. So that's that one. And the last one I have is I'll Be Gone in the Dark, and this is by Michelle McNamara. This is about a woman who lives in California, and there's a serial killer on the loose there, and I think he rapes a bunch of women and murders them, and no one knows who he is. They haven't caught him. And this woman, who's a crime journalist, she becomes, preoccupied with trying to figure out who has done this and tries to find out, um, like I said, who he is. And um, so this author is actually the wife of Patton Oswalt, the actor, like comedian, and she actually died not too long ago. So just pretty sad. I don't think she got to finish this book, so I think she had other journalists who had finished it for her. So um, it would be interesting to see. Like I said, I like true crime, so this will be interesting to find out if whether or not I don't know whether or not they ever identified or caught the guy, but uh, he was known as the Golden State Killer, and so he was active in the 80s, I guess, in Northern California. So anyway, there's a good mix of books that I'm excited to get to. Like I said, I'm a mood reader, so I might go into Wizard of Oz. I might feel like something more dark, like that book I just talked about. So that's just a few that I'm excited about. I'm gonna get back with maybe a review video and maybe some book hauls with what else is on my TBR. So I'm excited for that. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you have a great day, and see you soon. Bye.